Hey everybody, welcome to Wait a Minute, my videos, my thoughts, and I'm sharing them with you. I was thinking, I know, hard to believe, right? I was thinking about just a total myriad of things to talk about today, and the fact is, I really can't think of what I would want to make, like a huge whatever. But I just wanted to talk today about the new year a little bit. Not what you think. I'm not talking about New Year's resolutions and all those other things, new year, new me and all that stuff. I'm not doing that. That's not what this is about. So don't shut me down so far, okay? I was thinking about what is a new year to me. Well, just before New Year's, or actually just before Christmas and through New Year's, I always have this, I don't know, like a urgency or a pressure almost to get the house clean, get everything ready, get everything perfect, and then for the, when New Year's comes, I just want to have everything done and I'm gone, and all my mistakes and all my struggles that I'm having presently, they need to be done by New Year's Day, because as of New Year's Day, I want them behind me, whatever it is, and everything it is. So, but I realized that, it's not even the New Year's resolution or the New Year, New Me part, really. It's the pressure that we put on ourselves to make a I don't know, New Year, New Me thing. I mean, before you get to the New Year, New Me, the part where the pressure, not the thing itself, but the pressure that you put on yourself. I didn't make any New Year's resolutions. I don't plan to. I plan to make a goal for every day. And this much time I want to do that thing, but if I don't get it done in that much time, well, you know what? I'll just keep trying. So, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I see people worrying and being upset, and I know I do the same thing. I get all tense in here, and don't sleep well. I didn't sleep well last night. I got a couple hours. That was it. I'm literally a couple hours this morning, from 6:15 to 8 o'clock, roughly. I don't know. We have a lot on our minds, and we already have the pressure of doing well and getting ourselves all together, and just getting through life. There's already that pressure. Just try not to screw up. But like I said, there's always this thing. It's almost like the same as when I'm going to go away on a trip or go away to house sit somewhere or whatever. Try to get everything at home to be just perfect. Which, in reality, it's kind of ignorant, because when I'm at home, it doesn't have to be just perfect. So why would I want it to be just perfect so I can leave it and go somewhere else? It's I don't know. I'm sure it's a psychological thing, but for me, it's very real, and it's very ties my stomach in knots and everything. So that's where I'm at. I mean, even right now, as I'm telling you this, I still feel a certain amount of urgency and knot in my stomach from just, I want to do well in the new year, blah, blah, and, I got to make all those changes right now. Whatever I wanted to be different has to be different today. And, we don't really do that with anything else. Someone quits smoking, generally speaking, I mean, I'm not saying that, one way or the other how you're supposed to quit smoking, but usually when someone quits smoking, they wean off of it, so it takes time. They don't just do it today. And alcohol and drugs and whatever else, people can kick those things, but when they do, usually it's not, okay, I'm not doing that anymore, ever. When I stopped taking Norcos last November-ish, not this past November, a year ago, November, one day I just said, you know what, I'm not going to take those anymore, I'm done. And I was. And there was no withdrawals, no nothing. There's pain, but I could deal with the pain. I didn't want to be on the drugs anymore. And then there was another drug that I had been taking for years, I don't know, 4 or 5 years at least. And that one, even with the doctor's instructions on how to wean off of it, even on, the doctor giving me, okay, now take a half a pill twice a day, blah, blah, even that, I still had terrible withdrawals. It took like 6 months to get through it. And it was almost that long before I stopped my last pill, and then it was, probably 2 months of just, why am I still having withdrawals, So, there's, everything is different for everybody. And sometimes each thing is different for the same person, Norcos were easy. Klonopins were not, It's a thing. Anyway, so all that to say, I know it's, some of you want to quit drinking or quit smoking or quit doing drugs or whatever the thing is. Some of you you have that thing and it's pressure on you, and you think, okay, I missed the first, so now I'm going to have to do it all year long. Some people do that. Or I still have, this much time. It's still, in the first week of the new year, blah, blah, you're still putting pressure on yourself. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take things seriously, especially when you're trying to quit something that's stupid, or a habit, or a whatever, addiction. Whatever it is that you're trying to change in your life, most often changes happen over time. Not saying it never happens instantly, but most often changes take time. They take place over a period of time, and we don't give ourselves that grace. The only time that happens is when we accept it, easily, is when change happens against our will. You know what I'm saying? And that's not always. You're not always weaned off of that kind of change. Like if someone gets killed, or like when I lost my house, I didn't have any time to think about it. It was just there, and it was over, and we were gone, and there wasn't that kind of freedom to think about it, But I said all that to say, we are in 2021, of course. A lot of people are like blaming everything that happened in 2020 on 2020. Yeah, let's not do that. I know, the jokes are out there, and jokes are funny. I don't mind jokes. But in reality, it wasn't 2020 that was the issue. There was a lot of mistakes made. There's a lot of things happening. There's a pandemic. And there's a way that we handled the pandemic and all this kind of stuff. Some right, some wrong. There's a lot of things that change gets thrust upon us. But 2020 is not responsible for that. Things happen. That's life. That's the way it goes. And I'm not saying I'm not being cold to it. A lot of, I feel bad for people. I hurt with people who lost a lot of things, lost people, lost businesses. I feel for that. I'm not saying that the things weren't bad. I'm saying it wasn't 2020's fault. There was things that happened. Now in 2021, things will happen. But if we don't put so much pressure on them, that's got to be over today, and just think about, what, we got some time. Let's work through this thing. If we don't get through it, well, we gave it our best shot, That's what I want to do. That's the way I want to live. I don't want to live with this pressure all the time. And like I said, I have it right now, but it's like I've made a choice not to feel that way. So it's just that part of that nervousness and upset feeling that you get that is involuntary is still kind of eating at me, but it'll go away because I've chosen not to feel that way anymore. I've chosen not to let that pressure bury me, I think that's what we all have to do. Again, it might not go away overnight. Even that feeling of dread and pressure might not go away overnight. But our lives can be gradually changed, and we can gradually face things. We don't have to be immediate on everything. Like I said, certain things, but not everything. Our life can just be our life. Life is, it's famous. People say this all the time, but it's not a destination. It's the journey, and we have a long journey. And some people's journey is over today. Some people's not over. Their journey's not over for forever. For however long they live. They might live to be 100 or 104. I don't know. Anyway, I hope that made sense. Love you guys, and we'll just leave it there. Thanks. See ya. Bye.